Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is Garrett DJ Deuce with another pickups video. It is Friday the 13th, March 2015. Shooting this video a little early because there's a ton of stuff to cover, so I wanted to get a head start on this. I may go to the flea market tomorrow for a few hours. Sunday, not really sure what I'm going to be doing yet, but definitely had a pretty interesting week. It started off slow. Monday and Tuesday, not so much stuff that I was finding out there, but then the momentum started picking up near the end of the week. And I had an awesome day today in Denver and in Colorado Springs. So let's get started with some of those pickups. Alright, so let's get started with a Craigslist pickup. I think I picked this up on Wednesday. I believe it was Wednesday that I picked up this lot. It was an ad on Craigslist for a bunch of video game related items, and I picked out a few items, went to the guy's house, picked up some more items, and then we did a bundle deal. So I paid a total of 40 bucks for everything you're about to see in this pickup. We'll start off with 5 Game Boy Advance games. We got Mega Man and Bass, Mega Man Battle Network 2, Mega Man Battle Network 4 Red Sun, Mega Man Battle Network 3 Blue, and finally Mega Man Battle Network 5 Team Proto Man. Also picked up a copy of Mega Man Legends. And these were given to me for free. Crash Bandicoot Wart, Crash Bash, and Crash Team Racing. So I basically paid 40 bucks for the 5 Game Boy Advance games and Mega Man Legends. Alright, before I get into today's pickups, I wanted to cover a pickup that I picked up yesterday, which is that Majora's Mask 3D display. Got that from Best Buy. A couple of weeks ago, I was at a Best Buy and I saw that in a shelf, kind of cardboard shelf display. That was on one side. On the other side had all the 3DSs, all the games and whatnot on these little, I think it's like a 3 or 4 tier shelf. So I asked the manager at that time if, when they were going to toss those out, because I'm interested once they do. So he said, well, I don't know, I think an employee might have claimed it already, so check back in a couple of weeks. We usually give employees like a week to claim stuff, and if they don't, then it's up for grabs. So a couple weeks later, which was yesterday, I went back in there and it was still there, and I talked to the same manager and I said, hey, I'm interested in that shelf. Can I take it now? And he said, you know what? Come back on Sunday. Sunday, when we open at 10 o'clock in the morning. I'll be here, and you can take the whole display case. I'll just walk you out, with it. So I said, hey, well, do you mind if I just take like the Zelda portion for now, in case I just decide to keep that one, and then you guys can toss the shelf. He said, yeah, as long as it can be taken off and doesn't affect the overall look of it, it's fine. So that thing actually just peeled right off the back, no problems. And then he walked me out with that. So got 100% free Majora's Mask 3D display. So let me just show it to you really quick. So this guy comes with a little 3D link right there. It's pretty cool. And this basically just attaches to the back of the shelf, and then the front of the shelf contains all the 3DS swag. So pretty huge display piece. I'm going to go back on Sunday to get the shelf, and then I'll complete that, and I have no idea where I'm going to put that in this room. I don't know, maybe next to the punch-out cabinet, or in between the punch-out cabinet and the Wii kiosk. We'll see. Anyways, I thought I'd share that with you guys. Alright, so let's cover today's pickups, which is Friday the 13th. Usually an unlucky number, unlucky day, whatever you call it, but I had an awesome day today. I think the last Friday the 13th that I went out hunting ended up being pretty good too. I think that was maybe 3 or 4 videos ago, I'm not really sure. But anyways, started off the day with just going to work, and I got sent off to a job site. I'm a network engineer, so whenever there's like a site down and we can't tackle it remotely, they send me on site. So in this case, it was a client in Denver that I had to go to. So before I hit the road to Denver, I stopped by an ARC, which is by my work, and I found in the CD section a copy of Digimon World, and I paid $1.99 for that. So you should check those CD sections, because sometimes the employees will just think these are audio CDs and price them all as $1.99. I found a bunch of stuff this way. I found like R-Type, Delta, a couple of Wipeout titles. I mean, just some cool stuff you can find randomly if you can catch them slipping, that is. So anyways, $1.99 for that game. So I hit the road to Denver, got sidetracked by another arc, and I didn't find anything. Kept going, and then I went to a pawn shop in Castle Rock. So this pawn shop in Castle Rock had a bunch of cool things. It was pretty cheap. They had PSP titles for $2 a piece. So I picked up God's Eater Burst, which is a pretty high-priced title. I had this and I sold it, not realizing that this was a pretty high-priced item. So once I found another one cheap, I was like, I'm gonna hold on to this one this time. So $2. Also got a copy of Final Fantasy Tactics for $2, and Persona for $2. Picked up a copy of Planet Monsters for $2 for the Game Boy Advance. Spirit Camera for the 3DS for $5. And then I got each of these games for $3 a piece. Star Ocean International, Lollipop Chainsaw, and finally another copy of Sin and Punishment. This is going to a fellow collector that's in my Facebook channel. He's been looking for a copy, so yep, there you go. So that's for him. Alright, so after that, I kept going, continuing on my route to the client side. Once I got there, did my work, ordered some lunch, and then had to go pick it up. I happened to stumble upon one hole-in-the-wall shop that had a couple of decent titles. So she charged me $5 for all of this, no tax. Got a loose copy of Street Fighter EX3, Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition Remix, Resident Evil 4, this is the Player's Choice version, and finally Crash Twinsanity. $5 for all that. After that, I stopped by a couple other places, and then I stopped by a video game store in Denver, and I spent a total of $286.43 for all of this. So I'll just show you that receipt really quick. So I got Rising Zan, the Samurai Gunman for the PS1. I got Bloody Roar 2, Tales of Destiny, Mega Man Legends 2, Lucky Luke. This one is Johnny Bazooka Tone, Long Box PS1. I love Long Box PS1 games, because they're the ones that I remember that were released at time of launch 20 some odd years ago. So I got a copy of PO'd. Got a complete in box Sega Genesis control pad. My very first complete in box official Genesis control pad. Finally was able to acquire an NES top loader complete in box. Now the box leaves something to be desired for. It's kind of beat up a little bit, but for the price that I bought this for, I can't complain at all. I have a loose one already in awesome shape, so that one's going to go in here. The loose one that's in here is already spoken for. It's going to Best Tech, that's in Oakland, California. He's already purchased and paid for this, so, well, not the box, but the loose console, a dog bone controller, and I think I'm going to throw him a game too. So, very happy to finally get this and add this to the Nintendo collection. So the only box that I need left is the Rob the Robot, just standalone box. So once I get that, I should have pretty much all the NES box systems and variants that I need. Also got a copy of The Legend of Zelda Monopoly. I waited so long for this. I'm not even sure why. I think when it came out, I wasn't too into picking it up, but I found this, and it was a pretty decent price too that they were selling it for, so definitely had to pick it up. I also had a ton of punch cards for this one particular game store, and I had 6 of them that were just all filled with punches, and each one of those was worth about $10 off your next purchase. So I had $60 worth of punch cards to use towards that purchase. So if I didn't, it would have cost me a little over $300. So those definitely came in handy, and the amount of money that I spent on this purchase also gave me some more punches. So anyways, oh, I forgot, I got these from that same store too. I got 007 Nightfire for the PS2 and Wizardry Tale of the Forsaken Land, an Atlas title that I didn't have. So glad to add those to the PS2 collection. Alright, so after that, managed to make it back to Colorado Springs, finished up my day, got off work early, and I stopped by 2 places. I stopped by a pawn shop called Mr. Money. So I went over there and checked out all their games, and I saw an Atari 7800 just kind of sitting there on the shelf. So, and it also had a bunch of games that were next to it. No price tags or anything on it. So I took a look at the Atari 7800. Let me just move all this stuff out of the way real quick. Get a little organized here. All right. So this is the Atari 7800. The box is in pretty decent shape, but it has everything in there. The pole position game is part of this stack of games here, but they originally wanted $60 for this. But after talking to them and saying, hey, if I bought the games that came with it and everything, can you guys give me a pretty good price, you know, for everything? So they basically took the Atari 7800 and discounted it. And then what they did was they looked up most of these games, and what helped me a lot was a lot of the common games were on top. So when they started price checking a lot of the common games, they saw that they were about $1 or $2 a piece, so then they kind of just made an average based on that. So I got Pole Position 2, Baseball, and these boxes are in excellent shape. Donkey Kong, Galaga, Joust, Barnyard Blaster, Donkey Kong Jr., Dig Dug, Jinx, Xevious, Centipede, and finally, Asteroids. And as you can see, these boxes are in immaculate shape. I'm not sure where these came from. I'm guessing a collector or somebody must have found this somewhere, but these boxes look like, you know, you just bought them from a store and just opened them up and took them out. But I mean, most of everything is in excellent shape. It's got the instruction manuals in there and everything. So, oh, I also picked up a copy of Atlantis from them. Anytime I see Atlantis games, as long as they're dirt cheap, I'll pick them up because you never know if it's going to be Atlantis 2 or not. So I picked this one up, as well as Star Fox 3D. So the damage for everything was $86.87. And there's a receipt for that. I'll let you guys let it focus a little bit. $86.87 for this whole bundle. All right, so the last stop of the day was Entertainmart. I found a couple of titles I didn't have already for the PlayStation 2. Actually, just one title that I didn't have for the PlayStation 2. It's King of Fighters Maximum Impact. And this was $9.99, but the bonus disc, you know, the bonus behind-the-scenes DVD is missing. So they only charged me $4.99 for this bundle, which is fine because I have this already. I have the bonus CD by itself already. So now this is I can complete it with the outer box, which is beautiful, by the way. It folds out and looks like that. So glad to add this to my collection. Found a Recouper there. I already got this title, but I'm going to sell it. This is like roughly a $40 game. Like $35 to $40 on average. So it's Def Jam Fight for New York, and I only paid $10 for that. Also found another Recouper game out there, Godzilla Save the Earth for the original Xbox. This is also a $40 title, and I only paid $9.99 for that. Alright, finally, Got a copy of Persona for the PlayStation 1. I think this averages about $80 to $90 in value, and they only charged $49.99. So now I just need Persona 2, and then I'm done with that as far as that subset for the PS1. So Entertainment has some pretty good stuff. You just have to catch them slipping every once in a while. Alright, so obviously since my wardrobe changed, we're in a different day. It's actually Saturday, March 14th. I went to the flea market this morning and had a pretty decent day. Found a ton of good items on the cheap, and a couple of other obscure items as well. After that, I went to have lunch with the family, and I took my stepson with me to do some thrift store shopping. Did a couple of indoor flea markets, and let's see, what else? And then we stopped by a couple of GameStops to buy some things. I bought him some Pokemon cards, and I bought some items for myself as well. So let's get to it. We'll start off with GeForce for the Wii, Arcade Shooting Gallery for the Wii. We've got Evil Zone for the PS1, Crash Bandicoot Warp for the PS1, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. This is the special edition. I've never seen this before, so glad to add this to the PS2 collection. Wallace and Gromit in Project Zoo for the GameCube. Samurai Warriors 2 Empires. Scooby-Doo Night of 100 Frights. Army Men Soldiers of Misfortune. Tornado Outbreak. Battlefront 2 for the PlayStation 2. Army Men Soldiers of Misfortune. Dynasty Warriors 3. Scarface for the Xbox, as well as Broken Sword. The Sims for the PS2. And we got Full Auto 2 Battle Lines for the PSP. Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance. Dance Dance Revolution Disney Mix. Test Drive Unlimited. The Sims Busting Out. Guitar Hero Aerosmith. The Simpsons Skateboarding. Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets for the GameCube, and Mario Kart Double Dash, The Con for the PSP. Got a bunch of loose games too for $1 a piece. I got Twisted Metal Black Online, Tekken 3, Silent Hill, Resident Evil Director's Cut, D, Resident Evil 2, and this is just the disc 1. I have disc 2 somewhere else, so now I can marry these together and complete them. Marvel Superheroes vs. Street Fighter. Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. And finally, Resident Evil 4. These are also $1 a piece. These are common Super Nintendo games. George Foreman KO Boxing. Jungle Strike. Balls 3D, Out of This World, and I don't think this is a common title. Sim City. This is We're Back, A Dinosaur Story. NCAA Basketball. Miss Pac-Man. And finally, Home Alone 2. So those were $1 a piece. Picked up 2 PS Vita games for $5 a piece. We got Ninja Gaiden, Sigma Plus, and Little Big Planet. Alright. Got this weird N5 Revolution for DS. It's not really an R4. It's kind of weird. But I picked this up for $1. This is my second Xbox original wireless adapter. It's complete in box, and it's actually brand new because all the plastics or everything are still in there. So picked this up for $10. Very glad to get a second one. These are not common, and they're pretty pricey, so got that. Got a Pokemon bundle for $40. This was all in a Ziploc bag. Basically, some link cables, and looks like a power brick for something, and the worm light. Got a couple of Pokemon Gold and Silver trainer guides, a Game Boy Pocket Silver with no battery back. And then the following games, I got Pokemon Silver, got Pokemon Blue, Pokemon Gold, Pokemon Special Pikachu Edition, and finally a Donkey Kong Land. This is kind of an odd game to have in that bundle, but $40 for the whole bag. Also got this pigtail for the Xbox original controller for 50 cents. And a Nintendo 64 controller for $2. Finally, I got this Atari Video Pinball Model C380 for $5. I haven't seen one of these in a very long time. It does not have the battery cover on the back, and it did not come with a power brick, but a friend told me that the Atari 2600 power brick should work just fine, so glad to get this for $5. So from an ARC, today every color tag was half off except for orange and green. So I picked up a ton of common Game Boy Advance games for $2 a piece. Gonna bundle these up with a system and sell it. So I've got these were originally $3.99 a piece, but half off, so each of these were $2. So we've got Rescue Heroes, got SpongeBob SquarePants Volume 1 and 2, Nicktoons Collection Volume 1, Quad Desert Fury, Monster Truck Madness, Monster Trucks, SpongeBob SquarePants Legend of the Lost Spatula, Top Gear Rally, and finally Crazy Taxi Catch a Ride. So those are $2 a piece. Went to indoor flea market and picked up a couple of cool little items. I spent a total of $18.53 for the following. Got a Legend of Zelda Phantom Hourglass lunchbox. It's pretty cool. I paid $8 for this. But still, I'm a big Zelda fan, so glad to add this to the collection. I'm not sure if it comes with a thermos or not, but still a pretty cool piece. Got a copy of Virtua Fighter 2 for the PC. Casey the Game Nerd, I believe, sent me a box, an empty box for this game. So I was finally happy to find the game for it. So I paid $2 for that. I also paid 25 cents for the Super Mario Brothers Super Show Showdown in Brooklyn. 25 cents. I got a copy of Power Play Sports Trivia for the PS1. And I paid 99 cents for that. Now, some major slippage here. I found a copy of Test Drive Eve of Destruction for the original Xbox. This is like a $30 title, I believe, and I paid 99 cents for that. Also got a copy of Crazy Mini Golf 2 for the Wii. This was $4.99. Went to another ARC and got a ton of games there as well. And I paid a total of $24.13 for all of this. Alright, so I got a copy of Vector Man for $1.99. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 for $1.99, and this is complete in box. FIFA Street for the PlayStation 2, it's sealed, and this is $1.99. Hot Wheels Turbo Racing for the PS1 for $1.99. Rugrats Royal Ransom for $1.99. And this is actually sealed too. I got ESPN NBA 2K5 for $1.99, and this is also factory sealed. Alright, so War Games DEFCON 1, $1.99 but half off, so $1. Spyro the Dragon for $1.99. Pinball Hall of Fame, the Gottlieb Collection. This is factory sealed, and this was $1.99. Got 2 copies of American Karaoke Revolution Presents American Idol. They're both factory sealed, and these were each $3.99, but blue was half off, so $2 a piece. And finally, a copy of Lord of the Rings: The Third Age. This was $3, but half off, so it was only $1.50. Alright, so I went to a couple of GameStops. I picked up a sealed Mario's Cement Factory for $8.99. So from another GameStop, I also picked up Prototype 2. This is a collector's edition. They decreased the price of this. I'm not sure what the original price was, but this was $13.49 pro member price. So it's got everything in there. Big PS3 fan. I'm glad to add this to the collection. I also picked up another one of these little mini games, Super Mario Brothers, and that was also $8.99. Alright, so a couple more finds here. I went to a place called Digger's Den in Fountain and picked up a couple of things for $7. So this was $7, no tax out the door. I got a copy of Dino Crisis 2 for the PS1, Gunfighter: The Legend of Jesse James, and Ape Escape. And I'm sorry, these are for the PS1. I also got a Japanese import of, I'm not sure if this is a demo. I think this is a demo, but it's for Gran Turismo, and this is all in Japanese. And finally, a game that I've been looking for a while, Tabal Number 1. It's all there. Glad to add this to the PS1 collection. So $7 for all this stuff. Also went to a Easy Pawn and picked both of these games up for $5. It's it's actually $5.25 with tax. But Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Naruto Shippuden Kizuna Drive for the PSP. So $5.25 for both. Went to another ARC and found a copy of Star Wars Jedi Outcast for the original Xbox for $4.99. Picked up a copy of Final Fantasy Ring of Fates for the DS for $6.29. Alright, so obviously since I've gone through another wardrobe change, it is a different day. It is actually Sunday, March 15th. Went to the flea market today to pick up the rest of that stand for the $25 Franklin Mint Monopoly board game that I bought yesterday. So let me cut over to that video real quick to show you what that's all about. Alright, so part of yesterday's flea market pickups included a $25 Franklin Mint Collector's Edition Monopoly board game. So I saw this at one of the sellers in the back of his truck. His name was Jay. So I bought this off of him for $25. It came with the real estate portfolio, which houses all of the cards, the title deeds, which is awesome. It comes with a little instruction manual, and according to him and his daughter, all the pieces and monies should be in there. So, and there's gold pieces in here as well. So, those are those. So I paid $25 for this. Then all of a sudden he said, you know what? I think that there's a stand that goes with this. So I said, okay, well, you know, if you find that stand, I'd love to get it from you. I didn't want to pick this up yesterday until I got everything, but he said, you know what? I will definitely bring it the next day, so just get it off my hands. So I paid him $25 and brought this home yesterday, and today he brought the stand. Now, I know nothing about the stand other than it is an official stand that goes with this piece. This is a separate drawer piece, and then it goes on top of this piece. It's a little dusty, I gotta clean it off, but it's a gorgeous Monopoly board game. And I can't find anything online about the stand. If you go on eBay and you look up Franklin Mint Monopoly board game, you will not find any of them with the stand. So I'm thinking that the stand must be some kind of rare add-on or something. I'm not sure. I think I've seen one where it was just the top part with the drawers. So I didn't see anything about the actual stand.
So anyways, this was part of the flea market pickups from yesterday. I just thought I'd show this to you guys, fully complete.
Alright, so after I got all that loaded in my car, I decided to do a few laps around the flea market and found a ton of stuff. Tons of Nintendo and Sony stuff, and it was all just bundled deals. I mean, I got a bundled SNES lot, I got a bundled PS2 lot, a bundled NES lot, PSP lot, I had a handheld lot. Sparky, the guy that usually gives me good deals on bundled stuff, he was there. He gave me a good deal on a huge lot that he had as well. You know, mainly toys and stuff like that, but still good price. So let's go over it. I don't want this video to be too long. We'll start off with Sparky's lot. He had a complete in box Sears Telegames Hockey Tennis 3 complete in box. I said that already. Anyways, tired. I didn't go to bed till like 4 o'clock, and I woke up at 8:15, and then I got to the flea market by 8:45. So he also had WCW NWO Revenge for the N64, Beautiful Joe for the PSP. He had Afterburner, and I'm guessing this is just Major League Baseball for the NES. He gave me 4 bags of Littlest Pet Shops for my daughter. I mean, these are full bags about this high, this wide, so she's going to be happy. Also found this vintage Pac-Man board game. I had this as a kid. This is an awesome game to play. So it's all there, all the pieces and everything, but he threw that in the $40 lot too. So thanks again, Sparky, for hooking a brother up. All right, next up, we got a PS2 lot that I picked up for 35 bucks. It comes with a PS2 Slim. Let's see if there's a bonus game. No bonus game, 2 memory cards. It's in pretty decent shape. Ton of games that it came with. So Call of Duty 3, The Godfather, Civil War Secret Missions, Need for Speed Most Wanted, and it came with a bunch of like random stuff in here like Michael Jackson, This Is It, Need for Speed Underground 2, this garbage, High School Musical 2, the DVD game, Guitar Hero. So a bunch of other discs were in this one case. Also got Brothers in Arms, Road to Hill 30, Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, Grand Theft Auto 3, Madden 10, FIFA Soccer 11, Ace Combat 0, NASCAR 08, Medal of Honor European Assault, 007 Everything or Nothing, Tiger Woods PGA Tour 07, Just Cause, NHL 08, and a PS1 game called Nanotech Warrior. Also came with 2 controllers. This one is wired. It's got a little fray, so that's obviously no good. It also came with a silver DualShock 2 controller and all the hookups. It looks like all the cables and AV hookups are here. So 35 bucks for all of this. All right, so I picked up a Super Nintendo lot for 40 bucks. I caught this guy right as he was unloading everything out of tubs in the back of his truck, and he was laying it all out on some tarp. And so it was just title after title after title, good titles. So I asked him how much he wanted for everything, and he was like, you know what? I was thinking of getting about 40 bucks for it. So I was like, sure, here's 40 bucks. For 40 bucks, I got an FC Twin. Not exactly a Super Nintendo, but still does a job. It actually came with 2 official Super Nintendo controllers and the Power Brick. And a ton of games. We'll start off with Illusion of Gaia, Dennis the Menace, another copy of Home Alone 2 Lost in New York. This is the second one I found in a week. Battletoads and Battle Maniacs, Street Fighter 2, Super Mario All-Star and Super Mario World Double Pack, Power Rangers Zeo Battle Racers, Mortal Kombat 1 and Mortal Kombat 2, Pac-Man 2, Stunt Racer, Turtles in Time, and finally Beavis and Butthead. So a total of 40 bucks for this whole lot. This is the same guy that I bought the SNES lot from. He started laying out a bunch of PSP titles and everything, and they were mostly movies. So I was waiting for him to kind of lay everything out so I can see what kind of numbers I was dealing with. And he also had a complete in box Piano Black PSP system. I believe this is the which one is this one? It's the 3000. Yeah, it's a 3000 series PSP. So I hit him off with an offer. He wanted 100. I talked them down to $80, which is roughly about $1 a piece for each of these. So all the games, movies, and the cases cost $1 a piece, and he essentially charged me $25 for that complete in box system. So lots of stuff. So I'm going to go very quickly. These are all movies. Spider-Man 2, Replacement Killers, Deuce Bigelow, Male Gigolo, Coyote Ugly, Stargate, Coach Carter, The Rock, Armageddon, Star Trek Nemesis, Flight Plan, Man of the House, Chappelle Show Season 1, Sahara, The Crow, King Arthur, Tears of the Sun, Triple X State of the Union, Underworld Evolution, Major League Baseball 2K6, this is a game, Family Guy, Underworld, Reign of Fire, Tomb Raider, Major League Baseball 2K7, Kingdom of Heaven, Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl, The Day After Tomorrow, Tomb Raider Cradle of Life, Air Force One, The Italian Job, Into the Blue, Christmas with the Cranks, The Rundown, Wedding Crashers, Behind Enemy Lines, Hollow Man, Fantastic Four, The Da Vinci Code, Dave Chappelle For What It's Worth, Hitch, Black Hawk Down, Boondock Saints, Tiger Woods PGA Tour 06, Born Supremacy, SWAT, Lost, Part 1 and Part 2, and Young Guns. Also came with these two nice, durable PSP UMD cases, as well as the following games. King Kong, Disgaea, Afternoon of Darkness, Tiger Woods PGA Tour 09, Smart Bomb. This is a movie in just one play. I guess it's the one that comes with the NFL, the Madden Blue PSP 3000, and Tom Clancy's End War. So all that I paid $80 for. Alright, next up, went to one booth that had a guy that was speaking in a weird language. I didn't know what it was, and then I asked his son, what language is that? And he was like, I think it's Kurdish or something. So this guy was really cool. He had a ton of stuff that he was just trying to get rid of. I think they were moving or something like that. So I cherry-picked a bunch of stuff and made him an offer of $25, and he took it. So let's get started with that. We'll start off with a Game Boy Advance without the battery cover. Got a copy of Wii Sports, Mario Party DS, Ace Attorney Apollo Justice, Tomb Raider, I don't know, Tomb Raider something for the Game Boy Color, as well as Pinball Thrill Ride. Also got a copy of Pokemon Ranger and Spore Creatures. Copy of Super Smash Brawl without the manual. Finally, Pokemon Gold and Silver Instruction Manual and Black and White version 2. So $25 for that whole bundle. Alright, next up we have a NES lot that I picked up for $30. Came with a bunch of games, Nintendo system, but it didn't have the power brick and the RF cable, so no way of testing it. So I used that as my bargaining chip to get her down from $40 to $30 for all of this. So it came with the system, and I'll show you that in a minute, but it also came with Balloon Fight, The Legend of Zelda Grey Card, Tetris, Elevator Action, Golf, Mario Brothers Duck Hunt, who doesn't have this, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mario is Missing, and finally, Cobra Command. Also came with one controller, and of course the NES system with no cables or anything. She said that her son said the pins should be all brand new and clean, so I might keep this because I don't have very many systems that actually have clean 72-pin connectors. So $30 for this whole lot. Alright, so after that great day at the flea market, I had to rush over to Best Buy because Best Buy was holding what they called a Zelda shipper display for me. I made arrangements to pick it up. I went there yesterday and talked to the floor manager, and he said to come by today when they opened at 10. But unfortunately, I was running a little behind because of the flea market. just kept having this streak. So I wanted to stay longer. I wanted to stay longer. I wanted to stay longer. But finally, I said, you know what? I better go because that Zelda shipper unit was well worth the wait. So let's cut over to that video showing you what I got for free.
All right, so here is that full Zelda shipper, as Best Buy calls it, display shelf. This took me 3 weeks to get. 3 weeks ago, I went to a Best Buy and they had this there, and I was like, whoa, never seen this display before. And so I asked the guy that was the acting floor manager if I can have this when he threw it away. He said, well, looks like somebody else's name is on this. It's an employee of ours. If he passes on it in, if he doesn't pick it up in 2 weeks, it's yours. So he said, check back in 2 weeks. So 2 weeks from that time would have been last week. I think it was like Wednesday or Thursday. I can't remember, but I went there and it was still there. I got in touch with the same floor manager I dealt with, and he said, yep, it's all yours, but you'll have to pick it up on Sunday, which is today. Pick it up Sunday when we open at 10 a.m. and it's all yours. So for security, I said, hey, do you mind if I just take this part for now, which is the Zelda piece. And this is the piece that I showed you guys in the earlier pickup video behind me. And so he said, yeah, that's fine as long as it can, slide right off, and it does. It basically comes off of these little rails here, and you can take it apart. And he said you can pick the rest up on Sunday. So made arrangements. Today I went to go pick it up. I was escorted out of the store with this. So this is the latest addition to the Nintendo room downstairs. They also gave me for free these 3 Nintendo eShop inactivated cards. I asked them if I could have one of each just to put on the hooks to, give it that feel of being in the store still. And they checked with management, upper management, and they said that's fine. They can just, they just gave them to me. So that was awfully cool of them. They did not give me the little side plastic mount. There was something that mounted over here that this slid into, and it kind of just hung like that. So they needed that part for other displays. But still, can't complain. They gave me the shelf for free. It's a beautiful shelf. I'm assuming that's where all the games go, where all the 3DS XLs go, as well as that bottom shelf.
After that, I was thinking about going home, but I was like, you know what? Let me just try my luck at one more place. I did go to a Goodwill, and they were having a half-off sale on certain tags. So I picked up these 4 games here for $2.50 a piece. And these are games that I have and one that I didn't have. One game that I had and 3 that I didn't have, excuse me. So we'll start off with Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, Worms Fort Under Siege, Driver Parallel Lines Limited Edition, and finally, Spartan Total Warrior. So all that cost me $10 plus tax. I think it was like $10.76. I'll have to look at the receipt. But all right, so that's all I got for this week. And as always, if you like this video, please click that like button below. If you have any questions, leave a comment. And if you want to see more videos from me, don't forget to click that subscribe button before you leave as well. It keeps me motivated to keep pumping these out for you guys to enjoy. And don't forget to stay tuned for the 300 sub contest. I made an error in the last video saying that I was a little over 260. It's more of a little over 250. So as soon as I get enough subscribers to reach that 300 mark, I will pick one random item out of my collection. I'm not sure what it will be yet, but we'll do a raffle style as far as pick a name out of a hat, and that will be shipped to you free of charge. So once again, hope you guys enjoyed everything. Happy hunting and peace.